I'm Abby,
And I'm Anna.
and this is Serious Beef.
Welcome.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. I feel like we haven't recorded in forever
I feel like we haven't, but
because we skipped last week.
we did. We skipped last
Right.
week, but we had one in the reserves. So
Yeah, that's
It
why
was
we
all
get. That's
good.
why we get ahead.
this is why. This is
That's why
why.
we get ahead.
Um,
We're gonna have to really record ahead because I'm going out of town. It's like 3 weeks away.
we do need to get ahead then.
Mm-hmm.
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna have to just be ahead.
I was like,
I'm just gonna have to
who's
be
gonna,
ahead. And do
who's
a whole-
gonna post it while you're gone?
I schedule it.
You schedule it. Look at you.
You think I wake up at
No,
6
I know
a.m.
you do
and
it the night
and
before.
Yeah. I schedule
But
them.
You're not gonna be home the night before, so that was.
Well, I'll have to edit them all before we leave.
Okay.
So
It's gonna be fun.
I know. Anyway,
Okay.
what's your beef?
I have beef.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
This is a shared beef.
This is a shared beef, and it's been a beef of mine. Is that the way I want to say that?
Sure.
For a long time.
Yep.
It's probably my biggest beef of all time. Like, is when you
A
say
lifelong beef.
when you
if will.
say it truly is. I won't say a lifelong beef. I will definitely say this does not become a beef until I was an adult, because then you find out how valuable it is. So I hate when people waste my time.
This is a shared beef.
It is probably my biggest pet peeve. Do not waste my time. It's for one, you can't get that time back.
Nope.
When it's gone, it's
I'm
gone.
busy. I'm busy.
I got a million things to do. I
It's
don't
true.
have time to be wasted. I even get mad at myself when I waste my own time.
Oh, nobody gets more mad at me than me.
Right.
No one wastes more time for me than me.
I was packing for a weekend trip, and we were going to see this group. The name of the group is Espa, and we had gotten
A K-pop group.
They are.
I should have known.
It's a girl group, and we had gotten these cute little. They call them pickets, and
Oh.
it's like a little stick, and then
With a sign on it, and then
A
you
circle.
protest something.
well, okay.
You guys accidentally protesting the
We
concert.
accidentally protested. Okay, I just realized that I was going to explain to you what a picket is. I just wasted your time. I'm sorry.
So is it actually like a picket sign?
It's a little picket. It's a stick. It's a stick with a circle, and it's their face. And you
Oh.
hold up your favorite member, or your
Oh.
bias, as they call it.
That's I see.
And so,
They would know how many they're selling. They would know who the most popular member is. I feel like I'd feel really bad. I'd be like,
Right.
which one have you, or have you not sold a lot of? I'm going to take that one.
It's
I'm going to
true.
feel really bad.
well, there's only 4 girls in this group, so there were 4 of us going. So we're like, and these are little mini ones. You can buy like big ones. These are like little mini ones that are keychains.
Sure. But people do that at like graduation. Have you
Yeah,
seen that?
yeah. It's
Yeah.
true. It's true. So these were mini ones that were keychains, and you could hook it on your bag. My girl's name is Ning Ning, and so
Okay.
that's who my girl is, and she's really cute. I'll post a picture of my picket.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm packing, and I cannot find my picket
Going to or coming home?
on the way to.
Okay.
And so I'm upset with myself because I wasted so much time
Uh-oh.
hunting around for this picket. And of course, I put it in a place that I'm like, oh, I'm going to put it here.
Oh,
I'm gonna
every
know
time
exactly
I do that,
where it is.
I may as well have just hidden it under a
Yep,
rock. I'd
yep.
have a better chance if I put it somewhere it shouldn't be.
Legit. And so, of course, no clue where it was. Had to hunt forever. Finally found it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so upset because I wasted so much time on it.
Yep.
You know, because then now I can finally start packing. So I'm just as mad at myself.
If not more.
Yeah, if not more. True. When
Than
my time
somebody
is
else.
wasted. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's on me.
So personally, my issue is that I got a lot of things to do. Okay, I'm sure the listeners have picked up on this from the amount of just shit that I spew constantly about random stuff. I wrote down a bunch of stuff that to talk about today, and I was pleased that I wasn't a very like an it wasn't a history lesson because I feel like I've been doing a lot lately.
It's true.
I just listen, listener. You're gonna tell me that you're upset about that you learned about
I'm
the
not.
Greek lions?
I'm not.
You're gonna be upset that you learned about the Peloponnesian War and the story of 300. I didn't think so.
I'm always happy to gain some knowledge from you, Abby, so it's all good.
You upset
Keep it
about
coming.
yeah,
Keep
your
it coming.
fish facts, the dinosaur facts, learning about the monkey hangers? No, no.
It's true. Someday I'm gonna find a topic about which you do not know.
Pizza
And-
crust. We already had this discussion.
Pizza crust. We already did it. Okay,
Yeah.
well, mission accomplished. All right.
Yep.
So you started to say something. Hang on.
Oh.
I interrupted.
Yeah. Well, I just I got a lot of things I like to do.
Yep.
I got a lot of things.
I do too.
You know, sometimes I want to play my Assassin's Creed, right? Sometimes I want to I gotta read. I gotta watch some shows. I gotta watch movies. I gotta scratch off my movie poster.
True.
I
true.
gotta read. We're playing D&D. We're playing D&D tomorrow. Have I planned for it? No.
No. That's tomorrow's problem.
I know.
Or tonight.
I work for a living.
We work
like a
actually
fool.
That's that's the thing that kills me the most. Is I have to
is.
give so much of my time to somebody else. Oh, that makes me mad. But anyway, the older I get, the more angry I get about it.
Yeah.
Like I'm just making money for somebody else.
It's true.
But
Well,
honestly, in crafting, like I've got crafts.
got
I wanna do,
crafts?
and I got places I want to go, people I want to see. I got things to do.
I got a whole list of things I want to do.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what. Listen to this. You already knew this.
I did.
Okay, you're already in.
Because I was already on board.
You are. I enjoy having a physical book copy to read.
I did too when I was young and had good eyesight.
Well, I enjoy that. So I've always done that. I'll go out and I'll check books out from the library, or I'll buy them from the Barnes and Nobles because I got a membership. And if you're at the, they put my phone number in.
Give me some in.
Oh yeah, listener, you can do that too. I was meaning you specifically.
I always put Sans in, but you're right because you get points for that.
Yeah,
And they get you I get, what did the person get, 10% off or something like that?
you might.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
You get a percentage off. It's nice.
Yeah, give me some points, listener.
I'll take it.
Help a girl out.
All right.
Anyway, but this message brought to you by not Barney's and Nobles,
Well,
which we keep saying Barney's and Nobles, which is an Olivia joke.
it is a joke because that's how she pronounced it the first time when she could read, and she was like, "Let's go to that store, the Barney's and Nobles," and so that we called it that because it's funny.
Yeah. But anyway,
Okay, I digress.
I digress.
We're wasting our own time. Let's go.
Anyway, I found a way to be twice as productive,
Yes,
which is really saying something because I'm pretty productive as it is.
it's true.
I have no rest in my bones.
It's true.
I can't. I'll sit around if I'm like sitting around for too long watching something. I'm like, have we wasted the whole night? Ash is like, well, you're just taking a night off. God forbid I'm not actively working every second of every day.
Right.
Editing a podcast.
You were allowed to watch. You're allowed to just sit and watch TV, but
Incorrect.
I feel crazy if I just sit and watch TV because I feel like I should be doing something
Exactly.
with my hands. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. So I've I knew about this. I knew these things existed.
Because I've been doing this for a long time.
Right. But audiobooks. Okay.
Audiobooks are the best.
I've been working on. I've been crafting, doing my little crafts. I can probably say I would like to hope that it would be mostly done by the next. Ooh, I don't know. That's a bit of a tough stretch.
I was gonna say you're gonna put a time limit on it.
Well, I'm hoping it'll be done by the time this goes up, but probably not.
Okay.
Who cares?
We'll see.
But Ashley has in her D&D campaign, she's got this orc city that is this amalgamation of technology and what's the word? Like artificers or whatever. Like it looks like kind of like steampunk-y.
Oh,
if you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
But it's like it can get up and walk around. It moves. Okay, so it looks like it's on these giant legs, like the city can move around.
Oh, okay, cool.
And so I'm currently building that.
Oh, awesome.
Because I make the little terrain bits for our D&D all the time. I make the little buildings. And so that's what I've been doing lately.
You've been working on that one. I gotcha.
Yeah. So this past weekend we didn't have to do anything, and so.
Yeah, because I was out of town.
Yes. Yeah. So I was off Monday for President's Day.
Well, that was kind of a nice weekend for you then.
Yeah. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I got up at 8. I sat in my chair at the table, and then I didn't move till like midnight. That's not true. Of course, I got up and I ate.
Oh,
Come on.
Hopefully you went to the bathroom.
Yeah, once in a while.
First I went to Walmart and picked up some adult diapers.
Yeah. No. That's terrible.
I just had the table and didn't move.
That's terrible. No. But I She's like, yeah. No, but I just kind of like sat at the table and I put all this stuff together because
You're building the walking city.
I think I've got the legs done. Okay. Well, I've got them built. I've built the legs. I'm working on the main thing of it because I built the legs and then I have EVA foam, which is like the sheets that you can get at like a craft store or whatever. Sure. Yep. And I just cut those into like rectangles and glue them on. And then I got went to the Savers because I'm not spending money.
Well, that's crazy.
I'm not spending money on anything. Okay, I'm not gonna
get these materials as cheaply as possible.
Oh, well, 100%.
Okay,
100%. I'm like, Ashley cracks me up because she'll go with me to like the Dollar Tree or the Savers. I'm like, I don't know. Should I really get this? And she goes, it's $1.25.
Yeah, but now it's $1.25. It used to be only $1.
I'm like,
Splurge, Abby. Splurge
I
an
know,
extra
I know.
25 cents.
I was like, Ashley, should I get this bag full of, what do you call those, like, the diamond paintings? Is that what they're called?
they're just like little gems from the diamond paintings. Yeah.
Somebody had, like, I guess donated to the Savers, like, a giant bag of ones that had not been done and maybe, like, extras that they had. And so it was just baggies upon baggies of these tiny little, like,
Those
you know.
they're little tiny gems. They're sparkly, and
Well, some of them are sparkly. These ones are not.
some are more matte. Like,
Yeah, it's just, like, it looks like just a little tiny solid plastic.
Gotcha. Yeah, because they come with extra. If
Yes.
you buy a diamond painting kit, if you don't know what a diamond painting kit is, you can Google a diamond painting kit.
We'll put it on the Facebook.
Yeah, they're very cool. My sister made me one. And
Yeah,
Liz made some.
shout out Mare.
Yeah. Oh, I love
We've
them.
got. Oh, we'll
She
have-
made all of us one. You're
Yeah,
right,
we've got
actually.
Harry Potter ones. They're
Yeah,
very cool.
They're excellent. So, but they come with extra. So you can either donate them or pitch them.
Yeah.
My sister, did I tell you what my sister did with her extras?
Yes.
Yeah, she made a picture of her grandson's, like one of the first drawings she did for her. So it's, he was a toddler or whatever, maybe preschool. And so she made a diamond, I don't know if she copied it or whatever, or she did it right over the top. I don't know. But it actually turned out amazing.
That's very cool.
Yeah, so...
Well,
she said it took her about a year because she had no pattern. Because it comes with a pattern.
Well, yeah. The ones that you get from the thing. Yeah, there's like a little elephant thing in there. I'm not gonna ever do that. But
So it actually has a pattern.
there was a couple like they were small. They're like this.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
could get little.
I'm gesturing for the listeners' benefit. Obviously, it's like the size of your hand.
Gotcha.
They're not
And
very
there's
big.
some that are really big, and some, you're right. They've all different.
The ones that were in there, weren't. But somebody donated a whole bunch of these, and so it's
Gotcha.
just like maybe like a gallon size Ziploc baggie kind of thing at the Savers.
That's a lot because they're
It's
little.
like right, they're like $3.50.
Nice.
At the Savers.
That's a good deal.
So I know. I was like, should I get this? Should I get this? I did. I did. So can you imagine? I haven't told the listener why I've been doubly productive yet.
That's true. We're getting there. We're sorry. We get off on a tangent here.
I know. Like I said, 8 a.m. I get up. I did all of this Monday. Okay, I get up and I've got my little baggie because I've built my legs, put a little foam on there. Okay, now I want there to look like there's little rivets holding all of it in place.
Right.
And so I have my baggie of little gem thingies, whatever, beads, if you will. And
Well, they're flat on one side. So
yes.
Yeah, that's why I say gems. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they came with this little like boat kind of looking thing.
Yep.
So
You
pour
put
some
them
in there, and then you can.
It
kinda
comes with a little applicator.
Yes. And then it comes with this little sticky stuff, and you like punch into. I assume it didn't come with instructions, so I was making it up as I went along. But you like punch into the like sticky stuff, and then you touch it to the thing, and then when you the thing that you put on for the diamond paintings, that's sticky. Me, I'm putting Elmer's glue, and
Right, because your surface is not sticky.
No.
Like if it was the diamond painting, it has a clear plastic. You peel it off, it's already sticky.
yeah.
So you have to do
worked.
glue,
Yes.
then stick it on.
So I had this like tiny I don't know. This is a little bit larger than a toothpick. It's a piece of plastic that I had lying around.
Okay.
So I had my thing of Elmer's glue on a plate, and I went with the glue on.
Now, I was on the phone with you when you first started off, and you were like,
Okay,
"This is too hard. This is too hard." Then you figured it out.
Well, I was like, left hand glue, right hand gem. No, gave up on that.
Oh, you came up with that.
Gave up on that.
Okay.
I think the reason is because I am extremely impatient, and so I rarely use Elmer's glue. I'm a hot glue and a super glue kind of gal.
True. It's
Can't
true.
really use super glue because super glue melts foam. Fun fact.
That it
doesn't
does.
melt EVA foam though. I know.
Interesting.
It just soaks that up.
Gotcha.
But hot glue is what I use for like everything. And it dries very quickly because I have a low temp hot glue gun, so it dries
It's right.
quickly.
You're right.
And so I'm used to having like glue dot, like extremely quickly. And so I didn't do that. I realized, Elmer's glue takes a little bit.
It does.
So I just had my little thing, and I went
You just put up a whole bunch of dots of
all
glue.
the glue, and then I went, and then I had my little thing with all the little gems.
That makes sense.
I think I hung up the phone with you. I like started this process at I don't know, maybe 11:30 ish.
Okay.
I finished putting dots on all of the legs at 8:30 p.m. So it took me a hot minute, but I just sat there. But I was doubly productive because I didn't just sit there and do dots. I audiobooked all weekend. This is why I was doubly productive, listener, because when you're sitting there for 3 days and all you're doing is building legs and applying hundreds of these stupid little fucking gems.
Little pseudo rivets.
Yes, my little pseudo rivets. You have some time. Got some time to kill. I can't be alone with my thoughts, so I needed something to listen to. And some of you might be thinking, why don't you listen to a podcast? You're pushing it on us, but I didn't do that.
That would be crazy.
So I got my dad's login for his library card, so so I could check out books digitally
From the St. Louis Library.
Yep. I think I listened to 3 books this weekend because I finished Skullduggery, started Gwen Are Not in Love, finished it, started the other one, the Pride and Prejudice-y kind of, but the guys. Yeah, started that one and finished it, and then
You did an abridged version of One for the Money, which was...
Oh, totally forgot about that.
Why?
Started and finished the abridged version.
Why you would want to listen to an abridged version?
I didn't realize it was abridged.
Don't listen to an abridged version. They cut stuff out.
I didn't realize it was abridged.
Why even make an abridged version? I don't get it.
So I started and finished that, and then I am...
You started Scarlet.
Yeah, I think I'm like 75% of the way through. No, I got more than that.
Really? See, listen, we listen at the same time because I listen when I'm at work, or same thing, I listen when I'm doing something at home.
I'm in chapter like 30.
Because if you can be doubly productive, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Look at me go.
But then one of us will get like way ahead of the other one and be like, stop, wait for me. So, because we have to discuss. So if you're way ahead of me, then...
Well, I told you to listen.
I couldn't listen today. I had too much. Sometimes the stuff you're doing is way too complicated, and I really needed to focus. So
I'm in chapter 34.
Damn it.
I'm 74% of the way through.
Oh, you stink.
I had to listen to something. I'm riveting.
Riveting. You are riveting.
I am riveting. But so that's
so we're loving being doubly productive because I don't want to waste my time.
So I have learned the joy of audiobooks is what I'm...
I love it. Especially if you gotta have a good narrator. You've got a good reader. That makes all the difference.
Not to me. When I'm sitting there, glue, dot.
Doesn't matter. You're just happy to have something to do.
Yes.
I like to listen to a book when I'm crafting too. I think it's awesome. Now this is not to be confused with procrastinating. Because...
In what way does anything of what I just said sound like procrastinating?
No. I was saying wasting time should not be confused with procrastinating because...
True.
Now, I don't procrastinate much anymore now that I'm older because I know I have... you kind of mature a little bit and you understand or you realize if I just get it done, then I can go on and do what I want.
It's true.
If there's something... typically we procrastinate on things that we don't want to do. Whether it's cleaning the house or paying the bills or whatever. That's the kind of stuff you tend to procrastinate because it's like, I don't want to do that. I'd rather do this fun thing.
Right. I'm time wasting. When I'm saying time wasting, I mean somebody is wasting my time when I am trying to get something
done. Yeah. Whether it's at work or even at home or wherever.
I'm not saying I'm not talking about when I'm like actively putting something off and avoiding it. That's completely different.
Yes.
But
I mean, when I was a kid, I would say that I was the queen of procrastinating. Like, man, oh man, was I good at that.
You said that about me as well.
Yeah, you were pretty good at that. So I was going to tell you this funny story.
Okay.
This could be my skinny, my scoop, my poop if you want, but...
well, hold on, let me give me the sauce real quick.
Oh, get the sauce.
Okay, the sauce is Bavarian mustard sauce.
Bavarian mustard sauce. Nice.
Wow.
It sounds like that would go with, like, a Bavarian pretzel.
Could.
I have no idea.
Could.
This,
We'll make that happen.
We'll make it happen. That sounds yummy. This gentleman had a friend who we'll call Dave. He says because that was his name.
Okay.
Apparently Dave would do anything to avoid doing like revisions. I don't know what he did for a job, but he had to do some kind of revisions, right?
Yeah.
At one point, he infamously found himself weighing his cat.
Oh.
Convinced that he would only be able to settle down to do his work if he had that data at hand. And so as a result, some 25 years later, the act of procrastination in this dude's family is now referred to as weighing the cat.
That's pretty good.
I think that's hilarious.
That's pretty good.
Right? It's like, what are you doing? Well, I really don't want to pay the bills. I'm weighing the cat.
Weighing the cat.
Like, that's so awesome.
That's actually very fun.
That's such a great saying. I love that. But I can remember as a kid coming up with all kinds of ways. I mean, you got your standard, I got to go to the bathroom.
Oh,
you
yeah.
go hide out in the bathroom
Classic.
for as long as you can. I've got to blow my nose, and then you got to go stand by the tissue box for a good 15 minutes.
I need to drink a water.
I need a drink. Oh, this is
and then it goes, stay here. I'm going to get it. Keep working.
I will bring you a bottle of water. I'm just trying to think, like, what are some good excuses? Liv's always would be, I'll do it later. I will. I promise. I'll do it later. Of course, later never came.
No.
So I'm like, what?
Bit of an issue there.
Right? I don't know. I'm just like, what were your good excuses for putting it off, putting things off?
I tell you what, because I know that I gave excuses, but I think you pretty much gave all the ones I gave. Like, I need to go to the bathroom or whatever. But realistically, I think for me, it was less about like intentionally, like I want to get out of this thing, and more of like, I'm just distracted. Right? We talked about that with like ADHD. She's like, do this.
That's true too. Have you seen the post where there's a person and they're supposed to be cleaning the room and they've got like all their clothing that we're supposed to put away on, and they're holding all their toys.
Yes, they've got like 3 hats on and a scarf and all this.
And a mask.
No, that's what I look like when I'm cleaning the house. Ashley's like, why are you still walking around with that hat on your head? I'm like, because I want to do this most efficient way possible.
Right.
You know?
Do this the most efficient way possible.
And she's like, yeah, but you're just walking around with all the stuff.
Right. I remember too, I would get in trouble because I would start I would go to put away something.
Okay.
Your father still does this. And then you see something, you think, oh, I should take care of that.
That's what I do.
And then you start on that job. And then you're like, well, why didn't you finish this one first? Yeah, I remember Mom like, what are you doing? Go back in there and finish your room. Like, oh, well, I didn't put my shoes away.
I know.
And it took me 10 years to go find my shoes and put my shoes away.
It's like
downstairs, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I got to put something away in the kitchen. And then when I'm in the kitchen, I realize that the counter's a mess. Now I got to start on the counter. And then when I take... this needs to go in the bathroom. I get in the bathroom. Then this is a mess. Now I'm here. And then Ashley's like, I thought we were cleaning the dining room table. Right. So.
Oh my gosh.
So that's how, Ashley would vouch for me on that. But, I was going to say real quick, I was laughing a little bit to myself today because I, listening to the podcast that came out today. Well, I had to drive in today, so I put it on the way back
perfect.
home.
Perfect.
Yep, I listened to it on my way home. But we said in that podcast, you had said that you had just finished Cinder. We're very excited about that. And then you said, I just started Skullduggery number 3, the Faceless Ones.
I did.
You had just started it.
Ooh, boy, was that good.
And we have now finished book 4 as of this recording.
We were right. We did. We finished book 4. I finished book 4.
You flew through book 3, and I knew you would because I was like, you don't understand.
It's so good. Oh, man. It was really good. And so I flew through that. And then I was like, well, now I got to know what happened. So I started book 4.
You're like, well, do you want to start? I was like, yes.
The power of audiobooks, man. I love it. Because I listened on the train ride. Mm-hmm. We went to Chicago this past weekend, so I listened. I listened at work. I listened on train ride. I listened to train ride home. I listened while we were in Chicago for a little bit. So,
but I listened to. Like I said, I finished that 4th one and was messaging you, and you were on the train up, and I was like, finish it. Listen. You're like, well, Mare's getting on the train. I don't care about Mare. I don't care. Ignore her. Finish this book.
Don't talk to her.
Don't talk to her.
Finish your book. Now, that's one thing I cannot do. I cannot have a conversation with somebody and listen to the audio at the same time.
Certainly not.
That is just not going to work.
I told Ashley, I told Ashley when I was working on my little crafts. Okay. And I said, Ashley, I need a clone of myself to do all the things that I don't want to do. Mm-hmm. And I mean, specifically, I was talking about I had to glue something down, but I had to wait for part of it to dry before I could move on. Mm-hmm. So I had to sit there and hold it while it was drying. And
that's when you call on the clone?
Yes.
To sit and
hold this so I can start doing the other thing. Because I don't want to sit here and hold this. I'm so impatient when I'm doing crafts. That's why I'm saying, I'll be done by next week because I can't wait.
You gotta get it done.
I've got to get it done. I hate the drying time because that's the biggest thing. I have to paint everything. You gotta wait for shit to dry before you can start on the next step.
Next step.
I hate that. I can't stand that shit.
I need a clone too.
Yeah.
Go clean the bathroom. Sorry, you get all the crap jobs. Go to work for me so I can go do whatever it is I want to do.
That's literally... And that is exactly what Valkyrie does in the fucking Skullduggery
books.
You're right. She's got the mirror clone, and
she goes,
we have learned nothing. because that is not working out for her, and we have learned nothing.
It's true, but now
We read 4 books, learned nothing.
We still want it, but we know it's going to be a
know.
problem.
I need somebody to go to school for me. And let's go to school. I'm not going to school.
No.
So I need
Go
somebody
work
to
for me.
What? Still need to do dishes. I got time to do the dishes.
Definitely.
Actually,
Laundry.
I tell you what, audiobooks, I think I'm in. Although, gift idea, Abby needs Bluetooth speaker headphones because
Me too. I need new ones.
I need over ear ones. I can't.
Oh, after a while,
the
it being in your
it
the
hurts.
ear starts to hurt.
Yeah,
agreed.
can't do
Totally
that.
agreed.
So
plus
I can't sit there for
supposedly that's really bad. You shouldn't have it in your ear.
right. I can't sit there for 16 hours at the table doing crafts.
For 16 hours.
We laugh. If I start at 8 and then I get done at like midnight, that's 16 hours.
That is. You're right. We had to discuss because you went to the Savers to get those, and you got those little gems
Yeah.
the night that we met up at the Love Castle.
The Valentine's Day Love Castle.
We went to. I don't know if you saw our post, listener, but we made our reservation
Yes.
for dinner on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
At the White Castle, they called it the Love Castle, and it was adorable.
Yes. Listener, I would call her listener Erica. I don't know if she is a listener. Maybe someday.
I don't know,
But
that's okay.
Erica used to work at the
Castle.
White Castle. And she
Love
goes,
it.
it was the best. She goes, I used to work it. It's so fun.
Cute. They
It's
decorated
absolutely
the
adorable.
whole place. It
Yep.
was so adorable.
We posted pics. We're not gonna repost them.
We had a ball. We had a ball. The little
blast.
the little burgers come out in little Valentine boxes and everything. It
So
was
cute.
so darn cute. If you
darn
want to see it, go to Facebook, check out the post. It was adorable.
Adorable.
We had a ball.
It was so fun. It was you and me and Wayne.
And it was well, that's the thing. We make the reservation. And then this is funny about the reservation.
Okay.
You have to select whether it's date night. Right?
Yeah, well, yeah, 'cause
Abby's
it was
making the
like
reservation.
whatever the thing was to do the reservation. It's whatever third party program, but
Right.
yeah, they wanted you to put down like what's the occasion. You has a date night, a birthday, an anniversary, blah, blah, blah. And then there was like 6 or so options, and then the very last one was business dinner, and so that's what
Business dinner. And so she selects business dinner because it's serious beef at the Love Castle. I said, yeah, we're gonna write it off.
We're gonna write it off. Yeah.
Serious beef is paying tonight.
At the business dinner.
It was fantastic. It was hilarious. We loved it.
What did Dad say?
Well, that's the thing. We made the reservation, then we went, oh, maybe we should
Well,
check
no,
in with
Ashley
our.
was there. Ashley was there when I was making the
I'm like,
reservation.
maybe I should check in with your dad because Ashley's like, you know what, you guys go ahead
for
and
it. She
do
doesn't.
that.
She doesn't really care for
Not
the
a fan.
White Castle.
And so I called your dad and I'm like, hey, Abby and I want to go to, the White Castle Valentine's Day. Are you in? He's like, yeah, sure. So yeah, here's the 3 of us.
Well, what do you remember what he said when we were there?
He said, oh, we couldn't get a sitter.
You couldn't get a sitter.
Yeah, for our 31-year-old daughter, we couldn't get a sitter.
Couldn't get a sitter.
It was hilarious. We had a ball.
Our waitress, I kind of put in air quotes because it's the White Castle.
It is the White Castle.
She kind of abandoned us. We lost her for a little bit.
She disappeared.
It was like it was fine.
And it
We
doesn't
didn't really
matter
need
because
anything.
it's not like you need that much help.
But
at the
right,
White
but you
Castle.
guys needed a refill, and you didn't know if you were supposed to get up and go get it.
Right,
If they're
can I
supposed
get
to
it
get
myself?
And this girl comes out. She's on at a different table, and the way that she was standing, it looked like she was addressing the
She
room.
was kind of facing me,
Well,
right?
because she was addressing a table of like 10.
She was.
10 people on this one table. And so she was really addressing that table. And she goes, does anybody need any refills? Your hand shoots up for you. And she looks like, okay.
My hand shot up so fast because I needed a refill so bad. And I didn't realize she wasn't talking to me, to everybody. I thought she was addressing the room.
And you were like, I thought she was talking to everybody.
I
Because
did.
here's the thing. There was that table, there was us, and there was maybe 2 other tables.
Right. It wasn't that
there
many
was
people.
not
Not
really-
at our time. There were people earlier in the
Yeah,
in-
I'm sure it was busy earlier, but yeah, when we were there. But
She was
like,
nice. She got us a refill.
She did, and you were like, I thought she was talking to me. I was like, I knew that she wasn't, but I also didn't know what other way to get a refill,
Right,
so I was just gonna let you take the bullet on that one.
I did. I didn't care. I wanted a refill. I can't care
But
about
it was
that.
no, it was good though. It was fun.
We had a lot of fun. But you know what? You got to do it for the bid. You got to have fun with it, right? Get
We did
into
for
it.
the day. We brought Sir Angus, Sir Angus loin of Beaverton.
We did bring him along.
We didn't bring Patty though.
Got some cute. He was buried in my bag. I couldn't
Squire
find him. He's so
Patty?
tiny.
She.
Oh, sorry. She's so tiny.
Come on.
But it was a hoot. I loved it. If you ever get a chance, make a reservation. Go for it.
Absolutely.
They decorated the whole place. It was so fun. So it was
My
nice.
favorite people who were there. Certainly wasn't us. But we just showed like jeans and a t-shirt or something.
Legit. I had a heart on my shirt just so it was like a heart because it was
I think I was wearing a
Valentine's
red
Day.
shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I'm sitting there, and then in comes. It's like 8 o'clock when these people come in,
Right.
and I was listening to them talking because I was nosy and I wanted to know what was going on there. They were on like a first date. I think those
They
two.
were.
Yeah, is it like a little bit? I don't want to say older couple, but
Okay.
like probably like 50s. Would you say?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know if
Late
you-
40s,
Yeah, late 40s, early
maybe,
50s for sure.
Agreed.
But I think they were on a first date. And so they had come to the Love Castle for their first
their
date
first
on Valentine's
date,
Day.
and they were all dressed
He's in a
up.
suit.
Yeah.
She's in a dress and
She's in
sparkly
a red
shoes.
dress.
I was dying. I was
They
like,
went all out.
I was like, let me tell you something. If I was on a first date and they took me to the Love Castle on Valentine's Day and dressed up for it, I'm in.
That's
whatever
it.
this relationship
I've just
is,
found the love of my
I'm
life.
in. Yes, that is hilarious. You
It
do it. 'cause
is.
They're doing that for the bit.
How
You know that that's for the
fantastic.
bit.
It's a food. I love it.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
I was
And
dying.
the workers were so nice.
Oh, they were so
and so
nice.
sweet.
Do you remember what you said when we pulled up? Because we were in different cars, but we get out, we're walking in together.
Okay.
And on the door, because you had to make a reservation,
You did.
on the door, it says,
Dining room closed, drive through only.
Drive through only, dining room closed for private event. And you go, well, what are you, I thought we made a reservation. What are we going to do? And I go, it's us. We are the private event.
I thought maybe the door was locked. I was like, I don't have to go up and bang
Like,
on the
what do I
door.
do? I go, open the door.
It's not locked, and we got in just fine.
I was dying. What is going on? It's us. We are the private event.
It was us. I thought the door might be locked. I was so
I
mad.
was dying.
Oh my god.
I got a follow up. I got
Okay,
a
go.
It's a leftover. I got to address.
Okay.
Okay. Do you remember when I talked about the toaster ravioli tattoo that listener Brittany has?
Yes.
I have the
haven't
story
heard
now.
the story.
I've got
Okay.
the story.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. So this is actually a lot deeper than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, okay.
I was expecting just like shenanigans.
Oh.
But apparently there is a gentleman. His name is Don Caskey. Okay.
D-O-N, Don?
D-O-N Don.
Okay.
He was diagnosed with stage 4 kidney cancer.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. And so he was like, I only got so much time left. I'm going to basically have fun with it. So he made a mission that he was going to get 500 tattoos with just 500 strangers.
Oh my god.
And they would get a shared tattoo. So whatever he got, they would also get.
Oh my gosh.
And so that's how she got the toaster ravioli. He also got a toaster ravioli.
Huh, well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's a
just-
strangers?
Yeah, he just traveled the country and was like,
And
you want to get a
somehow
tattoo with
she
me?
ran into him?
Yeah, I don't know how they ran into each other, if they was just like, coincidence, but yeah, he came to St. Louis, I think, once, and whatnot, and yeah, that's why she got the toaster rav.
That is a crazy story. What a cool story.
Now, he did pass away 2 years ago.
Oh, that's so
But
sad.
yeah, but that's where the toaster ravioli comes from.
Oh
So
my
he
gosh.
had a toaster
But-
rav.
Everybody who has a tattoo that matched his is always going to remember him.
Oh yeah.
What
100%.
a cool
Yeah, you
story.
can you can look up online. She sent me a TikTok, but you can look up online. There's some articles on him that he goes around. You can see he's just got like a sleeve basically with all these just like little small
All these
tattoos
little
and
random-
yeah, ankle arms, whatever. He's like, whatever. Like what am I gonna do? I mean, he's
Oh
he's
my
like, I don't have a ton of time left, so I'm gonna just do this kind of fun thing with
and then you can
strangers
travel
and-
too. And
yeah.
Aw.
So that's where the
What-
toaster ravioli tattoo comes from.
That's a cool story.
yeah. I
Very
was like,
cool.
okay. She goes deeper than you thought. I was like,
It
yes, that was
is.
really good.
Well, thanks for sharing, listener Britt.
I know. Thanks, listener
love
Brittany.
it.
Appreciate that.
Well, I have to tell you about my weekend.
Tell me.
Your sisters, this is your middle sister, wants to go
Oh, okay.
see this concert by the group Espa. We talked about this.
Well, you know what I wish my little sister would want to do?
Read a book.
Read Little Fingers. Yeah.
Friday night, we go to the Love Castle.
A classic.
Right? But I don't get home till after 9-ish. Then
Yeah.
I'm tearing around looking for my little picket.
Okay.
Finally, I start packing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I take my shower because I want to wash my hair and everything because it has to be dry so I can fly out in the morning. This whole thing. Okay?
Okay. Particular.
Whoever feels like this TMI, right? So, 4.
God, keep your hair care to yourself, Anna.
Because Lord knows I'm not going around with this curly hair. Go to bed at 1 a.m. and I'm up at 4. I go roll in bed at 1. I'm up at 4.
Okay.
Flatten my hair, do my makeup, blah blah blah. Put the last minute things in the suitcase.
My favorite part of getting ready is the blah blah blah.
Yes, the blah 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 is the best. We're in the car by 5.
Okay.
Okay, so that we're over to the train station in St. Louis.
Yep. I still have never ridden the damn train.
It's great. I love riding the train. And so it's the 3 of us getting on in St. Louis, and we meet my sister in Bloomington,
Okay.
and she gets on. Hence, I had to stop listening.
Okay.
And she gets on the train, and we're just driving for a little bit, and I show her this meme that says, "My son yells out answers to rhetorical questions from the pulpit at Sunday Mass. We'd be proud, but he's 5, and most of it is heresy.
no.
Most of it is heresy."
Heresy.
I looked at Mare. We cracked up. I said, "That's hilarity."
That's hilarious.
So then we cracked ourselves up even more. This is where my sister and I get together and we just
Yes.
crack ourselves up.
You have like
right?
a notes app for like every trip.
I do. This is so I struggled
What's the
with
name of this one?
because this group starts with an A, and I already had adventure to ATs, so I finally settled on ambling to ESPA.
Okay.
So that's
okay.
that's how I got around it. But yeah, it ended up being a real hoot. It was cold. It was very cold.
I'll tell you, it's cold here.
Yeah, we got up there, big old snowflakes. Now it could have been worse because it got colder as the week went on.
Yeah, it's been a kind of terrible.
So it was, it was 30s. Sunday was 27, high 27, but we were coming home, so it was all good.
Clearly, based on my weekend, you know that I refuse to leave the house, basically.
Yeah, it was cold and it got colder. So if I had my way, I wouldn't have left the house at all. True. But anyway, here's the funny part.
Okay.
Then another funny part.
Okay.
We checked the hotel room because I'm crazy
feeling,
anxious and we don't want to
yeah.
bring home bed bugs.
Bed bugs.
So this time I stayed in the lobby with the luggage, and Sam and Liv go upstairs to check the rooms to make sure that they're bed bug free. And
A classic.
well, we didn't know Mara got in 2 rooms,
Oh,
so they had to check 4 beds, not just 2.
it is kind of a nightmare.
Okay, and so
Listen, I understand the reason why, and I will never stay at a hotel without checking the bed.
but it's exhausting,
ever
isn't
again.
it?
It is so
You have to
exhausting.
go layer by layer, lift everything up.
Yes.
Yeah, it's exhausting. Anyway, by the time they got to the last bed, they are exhausted. We keep in mind we haven't eaten any lunch. We're hungry.
yeah.
We're very hungry, and they get to the last bed, and they said they were just like so done that Liv yells, "If there are any bed bugs in here, just come on out!" And she starts punching the pillow. She's punching on the pillow. Pow, 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 pow. That's what she told me. She's punching on the pillow. And then, so then Sam turns. She gives her pillows the big elbow. Give the people's elbow. And then Liv starts pile driving her pillows. And isn't that hilarious? They said they were just done.
She comes flying
Flying
into the box spring. If there's any bed bugs in here, just come on out.
Oh, listen, can you smell what the rock is cooking? She like jumps on the pillows. Oh my gosh.
I assume everything was fine.
Everything was fine, but then she's trying to get the pillowcase back on the pillow, right?
Okay.
And she says, "Oh my God, my fatty fat piggy fingers couldn't get the fatty fat." Why would you take a drink when I'm reading this?
I thought the story would be longer. I thought I would have time for you to sip. I thought the
She
story would be
can't,
longer.
she's struggling and she can't get the pillowcase back on the pillow. And she says, "My fatty fat piggy fingers couldn't get the fatty fat pillow in the case, so my fatty fat body is about to hit the pavement." That's what she said. We were up on the 5th floor and there's a balcony. We were crying. They come down, they tell us, we go to lunch and they tell us this, and we're like cracking up laughing in the restaurant. It was so funny.
My fatty fat feet.
What are you even saying?
Oh man.
Where did she even come up with that?
I tell you what, I think I've definitely said this before, but you recall last year we went up to, you weren't there, but we went up to the medieval times for my 30th birthday, okay? Everybody's dream 30th birthday.
Dream.
It was mine. Anyway, it was fun.
You know what?
It was a damn good time.
Here's the thing: you could have gone nowhere and still had a damn good time.
Oh yeah.
Anything you do can be amazing. It's all about
It
your
will
attitude.
be if I'm there.
Exactly, and if you're with the people that you enjoy spending time with.
Listen,
Heck yeah.
I know for a fact that listener Kate and listener Taylor will back me up and say that it was a damn good time.
I've heard them all say it already. So
Yep.
yeah, I'm with you.
Well, Olivia and Sam went on that trip too, you know.
Yep.
And I remember being in the car with Kate and Taylor, and we had the group chat, and Sam and Liv would drive separate usually if we were kind of going somewhere
Sure.
because there wasn't enough room for all of us in one car, obviously.
Right.
So Tay or Kate or somebody would usually be the person texting because
Sure.
I was navigating, Ash would be driving.
You have to have a designated navigator, a designated texter. Absolutely.
Yes.
These are the things. Driver, hopefully a driver.
100%. And Olivia and Sam are, of course, making jokes in the damn chat,
Of course.
messaging. Olivia, of course, is making jokes. And I go, this is my fear. This is my fear is that my friends will come around and they will find out that I am actually, in fact, the least funny Wilhelm sister.
True.
All I have, that's my identifier usually, is that I make jokes, I'm a little bit funny, and
And you find out the other two are just as funny.
God damn it. And Olivia's so fucking cool
Liv
with
gets
it.
us-
My fatty fat bitch.
Where does she even come up with this stuff? I don't even know. I don't even know. Well, we decide to, of course, go to the store. It's called K-Pop Nara. We got to go check it out and see. It's been way too
Did
much
you give
money.
me a souvenir or anything?
Do you want a K-pop souvenir?
Well, I mean, from Chicago. Did you give me anything?
There was
I didn't think so.
We only went
You
to
think I'm getting you a souvenir in white?
That's okay. You don't have to.
I
The
will.
only store we went to was a K-pop store. I'm like, Abby's not going to want anything in here. One of these days I'm going to bring you something, and then you'll be like, crap, I didn't want this.
Well, you could have got me a little picket sign or something.
I'm sure I'll get you a little picket. We come back to the hotel, and Sam and Liv want to go take a shower and get ready.
Okay.
Mary and I decide we're going to walk a block or two down and get to the Walgreens because we're going to go to the venue. We really don't have time to eat dinner, and we're like, well, we'll just get some snacks for after. So we walk down to the Walgreens. We get some drinks. We get some snacks. And as we're walking, it's cold. We have coats on with our hoods up.
Okay.
And Mare's hood is huge. Okay, it's a huge hood with fur on it and everything. And she starts complaining. I really don't like this hood. This is way too big. I can't see anything. And so I look over and I'm like, yeah, I can see where that would be a problem. My hood is not quite as big as hers. So yeah. And she goes, yeah, I'm not going to see when a knife is coming at me. I literally stopped dead on the sidewalk and I look at her and she turns back and I'm like, why would you go there?
Is that something you're worried about?
Why would you even go there?
Right.
I was like, I'm thinking,
Yeah.
maybe you can't see oncoming traffic. Like, why are you thinking you're not, a knife is coming at you?
I can't see a knife coming at me.
She said clearly too much true crime.
Clearly.
That's what it is.
Clearly.
Because she went
I did that
knife.
too.
I went traffic. But it was just hilarious because I'm like, why would you even go there in that direction?
That is so funny.
So it was hilarious.
Yep.
So then we stop on the way back. We stop at this donut place called Stan's Donut.
Okay.
Stan makes a mean donut. It is good. It was really good. We got
Stan
all
makes a
kinds.
mean
We got all
donut.
kinds of different donuts. It was delicious. So we brought those back and we got like one for each of us. You know what I mean? We got all kinds of different variety. We all tried some and that was yummy. And then we were getting ready to go. And I have these like my pants were like disco ball almost. They were like super
Wow.
sparkly.
Sequining, if you will.
They were. It wasn't a sequiny. It reminded me of a disco ball, kind of.
Oh, okay.
It was weird. They were awesome. I love them. Major clearance at the store. I love them.
Oh.
Anyway, Mare says to me, well, I'm not very sparkly. And I look over. Her top is sparkly. And I said, yes, you are. Look at you. Your top is sparkly. My pants are sparkly. Together, we're 100% sparkly. So
Together you're 50% sparkly.
we were each 50-50. Together, we were an entire disco ball. It was amazing. I was like, look, she was thinking we weren't sparkly enough. I was like, you're sparkly. You're good.
Talking about your sparkly.
It was hilarious. I'm like, together, we're 100% sparkly. It's all good. So I'll have to post a picture. I hate the picture of us because, man, oh man, I don't look good.
Or she look fine.
Concert was a hoot.
Okay.
The venue was where the Bulls play
Yeah.
and the Blackhawks play. So it was
Boo.
no, I know, boo due to the Blackhawks, but it was a nice venue. But they sucked at getting people in the door. Like, hello, you have to check security all the time. Like, why can't you
Yes.
get us in the door? It's freezing. But finally we're
Yeah.
in. We're good. Concert's great.
Okay.
And then after the concert, they have this great area where across the street where that's a heated tent
Oh.
that you can go and wait in there for your Uber, which I thought was really great.
We didn't have one of those
I
at the
know.
fucking Winter Classic.
I know.
I had to walk like 6 blocks.
It was awesome. So you go out there, they've got it all laned up, like, and then your Uber driver is supposed to tell you what lane they're in, and then you know where to go to get into your
That's
Uber.
better than the damn airport.
It was excellent. And but the only one problem arose.
Only one?
Yes. So we've ordered the Uber. We're inside the tent, which is great. We're
Okay.
not freezing. The guy over at this information desk starts announcing the tent is going to close. So it's like it starts off, tent's going to close in 20 minutes.
Oh, dear.
And we're like, well, we're fine. Our guy is 2 minutes away. Like, we're fine.
Uh-oh.
Well, then, of course, it stops because he's in this line now of trying to get to us. And the other guy over here by the door,
Okay.
the exit, is announcing, you can't leave unless you show him what lane your driver's in. He will not let you out of the tent unless you can show him where your lane
What does that mean? Why?
I don't know. I'm like, if I want to leave, I think I should be able to leave. This dude,
Is this a citizen's arrest? What the
we have
hell's
no
going
idea.
on?
This dude over here keeps announcing we're down to 10 minutes. The tent's going to close in 10 minutes. This guy, we go over and we're like,
The stress.
We're just going to go out and find our guy. Nope, can't leave. If you don't know the lane, you can't leave. And we're like,
And why?
and I know we were so confused. I'm like, one guy is telling us we have to leave, and another guy is telling us we cannot leave.
Yes.
We were so confused. We're frantically texting the guy, what lane are you in? What lane are you in? And then Sam's getting a message like, if you're not in the car in 5 minutes, you're going to get a no-show fee. And we're like, we're showing. We're here.
They won't let us leave unless you tell us what lane you're in.
Right. And that's what she finally said. She's like, we cannot leave. So finally, we get lane 3. We're like, thank God. We go out, we get in the car.
Yeah.
It's 4 of us. We're in this tiny little Camry. It was little. 3 of us in the backseat. We're not tiny people. We're smushed in there like a can of biscuits. I'm telling
Sure.
you what. And we get back to the.
Look, a busted can of biscuits.
It was, and we weren't super far from a hotel, which is nice. We get back
Okay.
to the hotel. It's all good. And we're it's Liv, Mare in the middle, me on the other side. We're smashed in there so good that we can't reach the door handle. And Mare is squished in the middle, and she goes, "Would someone get out of the car?" And Liv and I are feeling around trying to find the door handles. Finally, I get a hold of mine. I pop it out, and boom! I pop out of the car. And it's like, boom! Out I go.
Boom.
And I said, "Damn, that's like opening the button on a very, very tight pair of jeans." I said, the fat rolls pop out, and the driver, he just starts cracking up. Our driver's name was Ivan, by the way.
Thanks, Ivan.
And so
I'm sure an avid listener of the podcast.
I didn't hit the ground. Thankfully, I got my foot underneath me, but I almost like just popped out and fell on my butt because it was
Yeah.
just to release the pressure. Out I went.
Out I went.
So, oh my gosh, that was so funny.
That's pretty
But
good.
we go back to the hotel after the show, right? And we spill out of the car. We go inside. It is, let's say, 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay. Turns out there is what's called a fan meet. Okay. Which our favorite group, Circus, is doing a fan meet
Okay.
live. And you can watch it live. You can stream it. Okay. And it's like a big concert. Is what it is, but it's in Korea. Okay. It starts at 2 a.m. for us.
Okay.
It's 5 o'clock over there, or whatever. It's like millions of hours long.
Millions.
Millions, literally. No, we went to bed at 5 a.m.
Okay.
It started at 2. We went to bed at 5. So we get back at 11. The family doesn't start till 2, so we've got to kill some time. So I am listening to the book, and that's how I finished the book because I was killing
wondering
time.
why you stayed up so
They're
late.
like, why did you finish it at 2 a.m.? Well, because I was waiting for the family.
No, I didn't even question that. I just assumed you would like got into a
Oh,
good
gotcha.
part.
No. So we're all sitting in the one room that Mary and I had, and we're eating our snacks and drinking our drinks, and we're killing time. And Liv all of a sudden starts singing, "I heard it through the grapevine." Okay, and I'm like, I look at her and I'm like, how do you even know that song? And then I went, oh, I bet you know it because of the raisins. And Sam and Liv look very confused. And so then I go, you know, the raisins. And Sam's like, what? What are you talking about? I said, the California raisins.
Oh,
And she goes, oh, those raisins. Okay. She's like, Mom, you can't just say the raisins. They could be from anywhere. That's what she said to me. She only knows the California raisins. If I just say the raisins, they could be from anywhere. That's what she says to me. Like, so you know, we're cracking up. You know how those when you stay up so because you were already going on no sleep from the night before.
Yep.
Staying up super late to do this, to watch this, fan meet, and I'm gonna tell you, we were drinking double shots and eating donuts, to try to stay awake.
Oh boy.
And we went to bed at 5 a.m. Our alarm went off at 7 to get up and go get to the train station. Yeah, I was so 2 hours of sleep. I will tell you, we got home around 3, and went home, and I don't know why, but I was pretty good. I stayed awake, and we watched the SNL 50th anniversary special, which was awesome.
I haven't
loved
watched
it.
that yet.
But the next day, President's Day, I think I slept most of that day. I'm telling you what.
I was doing rivets.
Wiped. I was wiped. I know you were like, read the book. I'm like, I can't do it. I'll keep
Yeah,
falling
because I was like,
asleep.
I'm 12 chapters into Scarlet. I need you to listen.
I'm like, I can't. I'm too
Yeah.
sleep.
I left you behind.
So we were,
That's funny though.
yeah, we were dragging the present. Thank God
Well,
I had the day off though.
You know, what are you gonna do?
Right? I was so happy I had the day off.
I sort of
Anyway.
assumed that that's why you guys had gone, because you had President's Day.
Yes, it worked out really nice that we had the day off after. So it was really cold.
It's fucking February. You would have thought it wouldn't be that cold.
Cold.
No, I know.
I
Obviously.
feel like January and February are the coldest months of the year.
Probably. I literally it was cold in the house, and I was walking around. I said, Punxsutawney Phil, when I get my hands on you, I'm going to kill that rat. That was so
God
bad.
bless, it's been cold.
I don't want to interrupt
It's okay.
your stories, but I remember that I have something that I was very passionately bitching about from this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that I wanted to address. So I told you that I read a bunch of books. I listened to a bunch of books this weekend. Okay.
It counts.
I one of them was a sequel to a book I'd read the first one of.
Yes.
Okay. Now the first one, because here's the thing, I can't just go actiony, whatever, book to action book. We gotta break it up. Okay. I gotta have a little fluffy little romance in there.
Okay, I haven't thrown any romance in a long time.
Right.
But, you know, I'll teach his own.
And
Go
if
for
you
it.
think I'm gonna listen to anything about the straighties, you're out. I'm not gonna.
The straighties are out.
They're out.
Okay.
Okay, all the action books. That's what's in all of those. So
True.
we gotta have the sapphic romance. Okay.
Okay.
The two girls, if you will.
Okay.
So we've got this book was basically like Pride and Prejudice ish.
Victorian era or whatever you want to call it.
It's
yeah.
It's pretty light, but it's got the two girls. Of course, are gonna like
And that's
get
tough.
together.
It's hard for them to get together in that era.
It is. It's not like it's not like alternate history, right?
Sure,
It's
sure.
historical fiction, but you
Supposed
get what
to
I'm
be
saying.
Accurate to the time. Okay.
Right. In that book, the two girls, the story worked really well because the one girl is like, I have to get married because we're going to be destitute if I don't have a
Yeah,
husband.
that's just it. Yeah.
Right?
They can't
They're
inherit.
out on the
so-
streets.
Yep.
Okay. And the other girl, so it's the girl and her mom, right? They're going to be destitute if she doesn't get met. The other girl, her and her dad are very wealthy and she has no intention of ever getting married. So she goes out, to season? Help me. Okay. So she's like not been doing any of that. And then they find out that they're in love. And so they're like,
Of course.
what if we basically do the parent trap because their parents both liked each other back in the day, but then the mom had to marry for money
I see.
to a terrible, awful man.
Okay. And
So-
he's dead, so
He's
it's all
gone.
good.
Yeah.
So they're going to work on getting them together.
So like, what if we parent trap them and all this kind of stuff? Okay, so here's the thing. Obviously, everything works out. It's fine. That worked really well
And you
because it's
enjoyed
like
that
there
book.
was stakes. Well, right, but there's stakes involved. It's not just a matter of like, oh, we're just gonna like not get married. Like, no, if you don't get married, you're going to be poor. That's just how it works.
Right.
Okay, now the second book. Okay,
The sequel,
Yeah, the
if
sequel.
you will.
Yes. The duology, okay,
Okay.
is that they each have a cousin. Okay, these girls do. And they're like, we're pretty sure that these two guys are gay.
Okay.
And so the end of the first book, they're like, what if we basically matchmake, we get them together, and then we marry each other's cousins. And then the four of us basically go live our lives however we want, and nobody's going to be poor, and nobody's going to be on the streets, and all this stuff.
Everybody's
right?
happy. Okay.
Everybody's happy. So that's the plot of the second book.
You just read that this weekend.
Yeah. And let me tell you something.
Annoying.
That book doesn't work as well. Okay?
Because well, I know why, but you tell me.
Well, first of all, our two leads, my girls, Gwen and Beth, we did not follow them. We were not following them, right? We're following the two guys,
Yeah, well,
James
sure,
and Bobby.
Sure, we're off to James and Bobby's story now. Okay.
And James and Bobby. I am
Both rich, both white.
both. They are both so. Life is terrible and everything is against me. And I'm like, if I hear this rich white man with a title bitch one more time about how horrible his life is, I'm gonna lose it. Like the one kid's like, he's like, I have this seat on Parliament, and I just don't even know what I want to do, and it doesn't even matter. And my stepfather is that. I'm like, it's your money. You're the Viscount. Kick him out. What do you mean?
Right. Why are you listening to your stepfather?
And he's like, who am I? I can't change anything. Who can then? Because you have money,
Power.
power,
Yeah,
status, a title. You got it all. What do you mean?
You literally can
You've
change
got four.
things.
You've got 2 country homes and 2 townhouses.
Dude. I don't want to hear it.
So
Agreed. I would not want to hear it either.
and then they're bitching about like, oh, well, we can't be together and da and we're gonna get blackmailed and all this kind of stuff, and that's like a whole thing. And
We're
like,
going to get put in jail.
well, and that is the worst
That is
of the two.
That is a problem.
If the girls say in that time, if women were caught together, maybe they're shunned from society, but that's about the worst that can happen. For the men, you would go to jail.
Yeah.
That's the worst that can happen. So, but the thing is, there's like gay clubs.
Yeah.
Okay? The one guy's like, yeah, well, I messed around with so-and-so in college. And the other guy's like, oh, yeah, I've been around with this guy and that guy. And I'm like, my girls are fighting for their life in the first book. They are the only 2 people that they know of this of this persuasion. Okay? They are the only 2. They think that it is literally them against the world. Okay, and later they find out like they have
And
the
of course-
family is supportive and all this kind of stuff. And so it's fine. But
they aren't rich. They are not. Do not
No.
have any power
No.
or control.
A girl Beth is going to be on the street.
Yeah, they have no opportunity to change
I'm
their situation.
27. I have no prospects. I don't remember the all. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Right. I love it.
But
Yeah.
I'm like
And when things finally changed, things finally got better. Was
Finally?
when
oh yeah, they finally talked to the girls.
They finally talked to the women.
Okay, and here's the thing. And let me tell you something. In the first book, Gwen and Beth, they don't know that their cousins or their parents or whatever are going to be supportive. They don't know.
Right.
So they can't tell anybody. But in the second one, okay, Bobby knows about Gwen and Beth because he's in the know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you are trying to also set up something for yourself, wouldn't you seek the assistance of the 2 girls that you're actively covering for?
Well, no, that would make too much sense. You wouldn't have this craziness of the book then.
I was so
The
frustrated
book
because
would be over in a couple chapters.
I know. Bobby's got a brother and he's married and his wife is fucking genius. She like solves everything in 2 seconds. I'm like, the author had to make her be in the country home pregnant and not well, because if she had
She'd
been
been
in
wrong.
London,
Yeah.
if she had been in London, she would have solved it from the beginning.
You wouldn't have had a book. So yeah, she had to drag it out to make a book.
But here's the thing.
That's hilarious.
Here's my critique.
Okay.
Is that 75% of this book is just them being angry at each other and I don't know, we can't do this. Me. I don't care. Get over yourself, James.
James. Okay.
But the last like 20% of the book, okay?
Okay.
15% even probably, is that everybody's together. The 2 guys get together. The girls, of course, are together. They have agreed we're going to do this whole marriage thing. And then the one girl's like, okay, well, listen, you guys haven't been courting all season, right? You guys have not been doing the things that you were supposed to be doing. So we have to make a spectacle. We have to now convince everybody in a very short amount of time that you guys are madly in love. We're going to get married.
And then they did.
And they just, and it's like, and then they did. And they just kind of gloss over it. And I'm like, I want that
I
book.
want the spectacle.
I want to
Yeah.
know. I want
Tell
the
me what they
shenanigans.
did. Yeah.
I want the shenanigans of them going over the top.
Absolutely. That would have been a lot more fun. Yeah.
So that's my.
So it could have been better. Could have been better.
Yeah,
Well,
it
that's
could have
a
been. Listen, because Sam will watch Pride and Prejudice and those types of movies with you, and I have never enjoyed those,
I know.
even a little bit.
I love them.
I'm not a Bridgerton person.
No, I haven't seen that either, but they love it.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, listen, the 2 girls are getting together, and now I'm invested. But I don't know what the hell's going on. And of course, so like, what the fuck is season? What does that mean?
That has me. I'm like, okay.
I'm like, what is
That
this?
was funny.
What is duets? And and you're like, I think it's just they sing. I was like, oh, I thought it was like a card game or something. Okay, good to know. I'm like, I don't know what
Two
anything.
people to sing together.
I don't know what anything means. Let me tell you something. I am lucky I was born in this time frame because I would not have lasted.
Oh no, you would have hated it.
I wouldn't have lasted.
Just the clothing alone, yikes.
No.
Yeah.
Nope, I would have been
Terrible.
out. I would have.
Plus,
I would have.
plus the massive restrictions for women.
They would have hung me as a witch immediately.
100%.
Like,
100%.
straight out the womb, onto the
She's
on
clearly a
into the
witch.
gallows.
Yeah. Onto the gallows. I think all of us would be hung as witches. Then. Oh my gosh.
I wouldn't have lasted. Well, I think I got a little bit of time left.
Okay.
I got a horoscope.
Oh, let's do it.
I got a zodiac.
Oh, okay. Which one
Um,
is it called? Horoscope. I guess it's more of a zodiac.
Yeah. This always says horoscope, but yeah, I usually just call it the zodiac, like the killer. So
Okay.
our zodiac today comes from the Scarlet and Black, tried and true. They gave us the
yeah.
the practical modes
Yeah,
of transportation,
back. Excellent.
a classic. Okay,
Love
well, we've been talking about books a lot, mostly me because I have a problem. So I figured we would go with which childhood book series are you?
Oh, okay, nice.
Based on your
nice.
zodiac.
I love kids' books.
All right, Aries, you're Captain Underpants.
Oh, nice.
Bold, adventurous, and goofy, you dive headfirst into action and rely on your instincts to save the day. Your unyielding courage and boundless energy inspire everyone around you.
Aw,
Taurus, your I survived.
I survived.
I didn't know this was a
is
children's
this?
book series.
Really? Okay, okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know. Well, now I gotta look it up. Oh, look at that. I know exactly what these are.
Okay.
They are the one I was like, I
Oh,
survived the
yep,
Titanic.
yep.
Yep, I know exactly what.
I think Liv read those.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, classic. But yeah, okay, sorry, Taurus, didn't mean to interrupt you there.
It's okay.
I survived.
I answer for the Tauruses.
The Tauruses.
I'm sure it's fine.
Get a Taurus on the line. Always on the front lines of whatever's happening, you never back down no matter what it takes. Your friends turn to you in times of need because you're a fighter through and through.
Okay.
The descriptions in these are less funny, but I just the book series cracked me up.
It's
So
okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
Could be inspiring. Something could just be inspiring.
Gemini, you're Junie B. Jones.
Oh, you love Judy. B.
I did,
Jones.
but that's Sam.
That's a great series.
Sam is Junie B. Jones.
That's okay.
Just like Junie, you never stop asking questions and entertaining others with your offbeat ways of seeing the world. But beware, too much mischief and impulse might land you in sticky situations.
Okay.
Cancer, you're Dork Diaries.
Oh no.
I'm sure our luck Wayne is gonna definitely listen to this
Oh
one.
my gosh.
Cautious, a bit of a homebody, you might feel more comfortable as the wallflower than the center of attention. You beat yourself up too much. You're actually pretty strange, which is a good thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Leo, you're Pinkalicious.
Pinkalicious. I love those. Oh, they're adorable. Go ahead.
Natural born leader and diva, you know what you want and aren't afraid to stand up for what you believe in. You can be a bit, very bossy, but you are patient with the people you love.
Okay.
Virgo, you are Frog and Toad.
Oh.
Your relaxed yet collected presence grounds others. You are sensible but always seek the good in people. Whoever is the frog to your toad or the toad to your frog is lucky to have you.
Oh, that's adorable.
Libra, you're Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Oh, okay.
Like
Good series.
Yep. Like Greg, you feel like the people around you never truly get you. Like Manny, you like to be pampered. And like a trusty diary, you're a level-headed place to land when the drama gets to be too much to handle.
Oh.
Scorpio.
These are sweet.
I know. Scorpio, you're a series of unfortunate events.
That's very fitting.
Yep.
Yeah.
You tend to attract the unnatural, the mysterious, and the unfortunate. Under the surface, emotions roil deep. You use your highly resourceful and tenacious nature to pull yourself out of trouble. That's probably my favorite series. growing
That's
up.
an excellent
I love-
series. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Sagittarius, you're the Magic Treehouse.
Excellent. That's a great series.
Always wandering on that side quest, you can't help but draw others in with your simple honesty and enthusiasm for adventure.
Yep. Love it.
You form your own path and never shy away from telling people what they need to hear.
Awesome.
Capricorn, Geronimo Stilton.
Oh, that's a great.
I never read the
series.
Geronimo Stilton books, but
I had those in my classroom. Yeah.
I know those ones are really good.
Those are excellent.
You're never the first to seek adventure, but it always seems to find you despite your best efforts. You may just fucking whistle a Dixie. Let me tell you something.
Oh no.
Luckily, you're clever and quick enough to handle whatever comes your way, and your curiosity always comes in handy.
Excellent.
Ain't that the fucking? It ain't
It's
that
true.
fucking
It's
nail in
the
the head?
truth. Oh, that's hilarious.
All right, Aquarius,
Okay.
Goosebumps.
Oh,
That's Olivia.
totally her.
Nailed it.
Love it.
Your
Yeah.
unconventional personality is a breath of fresh air wherever you go. You're not afraid of the bizarre and are always ready to challenge the unknown. You have a penchant for offbeat jokes.
Cool.
All right, lastly, Pisces, you are Rainbow Magic Fairy.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Head up in cotton candy clouds, you seem to have a new magical power every week. Beyond that airy fairy exterior, you're actually very astute about others.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
And that view.
That's a cute one.
What the hell was the last one called? Rainbow Magic Fairy?
Yep, I can picture that whole series is all like different colors. The fairy had the fairy with little fairies. They were so cute.
Oh. Oh, okay.
You know, as a kid, I hated to read. I just wouldn't do it. I refused. I was stubborn. And then I think finally in high school, I finally read a book and I was like, oh my God, this is, and my mom recommended this book. It was very funny. And so I was finally sucked in and I read it and I loved it. And I was like, man, I missed out on so many good books. So in college, I took I had to take a children's lit class.
Okay.
And it was so great because I finally read a lot of the books that I should have been reading when I was a kid. And I just fell in love with them and I loved it so much. I had projects. It was my favorite class in college. It was my absolute favorite class in college. I loved it.
Series that I was sad didn't make this list. The Bailey School Kids.
Oh, yeah.
I would have been totally fine if I also had the Bailey School Kids.
That one? Or
for
what is,
Capricorn.
what is that series that Mrs. Timon always read to you guys and you loved it? And it was like...
Mask on the Motorcycle?
No. It was Vampire for Valentine's Day or it was like all these different ones.
Well, the Bailey School...
Was that the Bailey School Kids?
The Bailey School Kids was like vampires don't wear polka dots.
That's it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Werewolves don't go to summer camp.
That's hilarious. We're thinking of the same series.
Yes. I think she read one of those and I read I remember her reading the Mask on the Motorcycle, which was like, it was
I
fun.
remember her reading having those in a room anyway, and you really liked those. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Like Sam really loved to be read to. She was kind of like me as a kid. She would sit and listen to a book if you read it to her, but she didn't want to read it herself, and I was the same way.
I did read the Captain Underpants. They cracked me up.
Oh yeah, Sam,
I was a simple
Sam
kid.
actually loved that series. Do you know? I don't think you've ever read the series, but again, I read it when I was in college during that children's lit class. Was the Borrowers series, and there's a whole bunch of them.
My friend
loved it
Sammy,
so much.
the friend Sammy, who I had known since like daycare, she loved those.
Loved them.
She read those.
I was obsessed. I had to find them everywhere, and it turned like I only knew of like 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
And then I found out there was like a whole series, and there was tons of them, and I found them all, and I read them all, and I loved every one of them. They were so great. Yeah, that was probably my fave. I love that so much.
I'm like looking through. I tell you what, Junie B. Jones. I read those. I think in first grade. I flew through those like chapter books.
Yep.
I'm like looking at this list of other like kids ones because there's like the Boxcar Children. I don't know. I ate that first one up. The rest of them didn't care for it.
Right.
That first one I loved it.
Aw.
But yeah, the Magic Tree has the Chronicles of Narnia.
Love that Chronicles of Narnia.
Percy Jackson and whatnot. But I tell you what, Percy Jackson, I think you're getting a little bit older there. Same with like Harry Potter a little bit. You're like a little bit older.
Totally agree.
Not like,
Totally
like
agree.
11, 12. And I tell you what, shameless plug once again for Skullgugger Blizzard.
Yeah.
Because those are amazing. I was
I love
shook.
them. I love them.
I'd never heard of these books, and they have been an absolute delight.
Yep. Really good.
Crack my shit up.
We're in it. Yep.
I'm in it. There's like the 16th book comes out in March, but we're gonna have to read them all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, I've got the book. I've got them. You know, and they come in that little box set. It's the European covers, which is very sad for me
Why?
because I gotta keep getting the European covers.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I
because
mean?
it won't match.
But the American covers, they're not good.
They're not as,
No,
I've seen them. They're not as good as yours.
Right, the European covers have like all the characters in front, and then when you line them up, the spines all make a picture.
They all make a picture.
And they've continued that,
Yeah.
like with all the new ones that they're making. And I'm like,
Ooh, I hope they do that with the 16.
they did.
Oh, they did. You saw it. Oh my gosh.
Yep,
So
I sure did.
oh man. So now you have to get it from Europe. The shipping is gonna kill you.
I got the box set actually a steal on eBay.
Oh,
Which
there
because
you
if
go.
I'd had to order that, I can't even imagine.
Yeah. No. Got anything
I-
else? Anything
yeah.
else you want to bring up? Anything
No.
else you want to discuss?
No.
All right. Well, I don't know about you, but if this, I'm gonna need some serious beef.
Some serious toasted ravioli.
There you go. Yum. Bye.
Bye.